Okay, so that picture I took earlier in the summer when we were working at our smokehouse. And I shared this picture with my brother who lives in Calgary. He wanted to see a picture of our smokehouse, so I took a picture of what we had in our smokehouse that day. And it was beautiful. It must have been about plus 23. And the sun was really warm and the wind was really warm. So it was a beautiful.
Took a picture and seeing the land that's probably getting melted up and looking at it. It's a very nice picture I took. I've seen a lot of waste products on the beach, old cans, garbage, clothes, a lot of things I've seen on that beach.
Are there beach cleanups sometimes?
Yeah, garbage cleanups a couple times.
The main goal of the project is to engage youth in Tuktoyaktuk on their perceptions and solutions around plastics in their environment. How we went about to engage with the community, more specifically with the Inuvialuit school in Tuktoyaktuk, is we started working with Michelle Tomasino at the school to even hear if the youth were interested in this topic. And it turned out that they actually wrote letters to the hamlet that year to ask about what are the plans with the landfill by the ocean, and also providing solutions, potential solutions to the Hamlet Council. Storymap is a great way to kind of bring all these digital assets together, including poems, photos, video clips, comic books, and it's just a great way to bring everything together in one place. Yeah, I guess one of the great things is with the project is how right away after the youth worked on drawings, there was this idea of slider that you can use in the Storymap. So we had one of the students who decided to draw an image of ocean life without plastics and after plastics. One of the questions we asked the youth was, what do you like about Tuktoyaktuk? They collected amazing photos of being on the land while hunting, being at the beach with their friends, and northern lights and things like that. So it was a great way to frame the story around the beauty of the community. One of the first impacts that I've seen in the project so far is that by talking about a topic, it's a conversation starter. People build their own knowledge, so it's really an interesting co-creation of knowledge process. And then bringing that knowledge on that story map, it's a way to create that bridge to local policymakers and also policymakers at other levels, like regional, territorial, or even national. So I see this project a bit as a bridge in bringing people together to talk about what is happening, what may happen in the future, make sure the youth are involved in that process in some ways, because there are ways to get involved, but they don't necessarily always know about how to get involved. Doing community-based research, there's always there can be some challenges sometimes around, first of all, having people trust you at the beginning because they don't know you and you're an outsider. So that's something to be mindful of, and to building the relationship and trust at the beginning of the project, and listening is a really important phase. And then as you go along is planning little workshops and things like that. Always easier in person. Remote engagement can be challenging. Being flexible with the cultural way of life, and not being afraid of doing personal and cultural activities, not just about the research project. Being able to participate in bingos and different events, cultural events, is a great way to actually get to know people and connect on the personal level. So really helps in building the relationship over the years.
Okay, that picture's a nice picture. That one's just taken out right outside my house, and I was like, ooh, northern lights. So I was like, oh, I should take a picture. I took a few of them outside my house.
So some of the next steps after this project would be to look at different solutions that could be implemented with the community or by the community, And also, the youth have identified specific solutions that they would like to see, like creating education materials, for example. So one of the new initiatives that I've recently learned about is that Hamlet is starting a community monitoring program for microplastics. So that's a great example of a solution that could be implemented soon, and having the youth involved or engaged in some ways in that process will be great. So I'm excited to learn more about it.